So you have a question for me?
Yeah, so I was wondering how lawyers choose the specialization they go into.
Is that something that you're thinking about now?
Yeah, so I'm going into my last year of university, and I'm not really from a field where you usually go into law school, so I was wondering if it would be an option for me, but I don't really know how to choose what direction to go into.
So what are you studying currently?
Geology.
So as far as deciding on law school, I mean, there's really no specific major that you have to be. I mean, a lot of people traditionally have been like political science majors or something of that nature, and that's what I did. But you can go in from any field, and I think now more than ever that a lot of law schools look at diversification, right? They're looking for somebody that does something different, both in what they study and in outside interests as well. So a geology major is fine, especially if you're going to go into something that may have some type of geology aspects, such as oil or something of that nature. Some people have like specific ideas on exactly what they want to practice in law. I really didn't. I clerked with the Ventura DA's office during law school. I thought that might be a direction that I might want to go. I liked real estate, but I didn't really think that I wanted to do transactional work. I wanted to do trial work. Part of what happens to a lot of people is where they land in their first job and then how they develop from there. So my first job was with a firm that just did a little of everything. They did family law, bankruptcy, personal injury, criminal defense. And so that gave me at least an opportunity to experience several different types of disciplines. You know, my next job was one that I was doing small business litigation, as well as starting to do a little insurance defense. And so I never had any idea that that's where I would end up going. But from doing that area of insurance defense, it led to a job with Allstate. And I started doing a lot of trial work, and that's what I really enjoyed. And I did that for about 25 years when then Dave Cohn contacted me and asked if I would consider working on the personal injury side. So, and for me, that was kind of the same thing in a way because it's still evaluating and litigating.
I started getting into geology mainly because I wasn't exactly sure what direction I wanted to go in, but I knew that I really liked science. And at my school, at least, the geology major encompasses a little bit of math, a little bit of physics, a little bit of chemistry, and like a lot of earth science because it's geology. I've been really enjoying a lot of my humanities classes as well, and some of the poly-econ classes that I've taken or the legal studies classes that I've taken, I've really enjoyed them too. So it's just always been like an avenue I've considered, and my friends are very much enablers. They're like, you could totally do it if you wanted to, and it's like, do I want to do it is ultimately the question.
And one of the things you're kind of pointing out is that even for something like geology, where you have different aspects of that discipline as well, you may not be at a law firm, right? I mean, there are legal positions with corporations that deal in geology, in oil, in earth sciences or environmental science that you can, that may be looking for someone with your skill set to be part of their legal team, which often are in-house. You know, it's certainly not too late. But when I talk to people who are thinking about going into law, and that's kind of where it sounds like you haven't quite made that decision yet, it's really important that you really research it and know that that's the direction you want. I always counsel people and say, follow your passion, right? And that's the first thing that's important, is to find what you're passionate about. Because you know what? The people that are happiest in life are people who are doing what they love. I still love what I do. So what I always try to convey to people is find out what you're passionate about, and that should be your direction.
Thank you so much for answering my questions and all the follow-ups as well.
Well, thank you, Arabella, and I wish you the best.